One, two, three.
Jump with me, jump us with me, oh, with me, such fun. Jump with me, jump us with me, jump, oh, with me,
Great big hit, play lecture on. Great big hit, play music and good times. Great big hit, play lecture on. Great big hit, play music each day.
jump with me, jump us with me, oh, with me, such fun. With me, one jump us with me, jump, oh, with me.
Play lecture on. Play music each day is a dub. It's just to play lecture on. Just to play music each day. Useful and fun. I think we got it.
When green, dee-dee-doo, doo-doo, big bird, just, great time on Sesame Street.
Also, pepper wonder.
Two and two,
P-O-G. His bird. Play his bird. His bird. Play music each day is a dub. It's his bird. Play his bird. His bird. Play music each day is a dub. It's
What do you think?
Well, it's not the kind of music that old Willie Shakespeare here used to write.
Oh well, bye-bye.
Well, hello everyone, and yes, welcome back, of course. But anyway, welcome to Darachat. My name is Daramouthe, or Dara for short, because some people don't know how to spell or sound out Daramouthe. They say Daramouthe, and they're like, listen, you got past kindergarten. There should be someone a little more successful for you. It's fine. I usually end up correcting them, but yes, you can call me Dara for short. And hello, Miss Barbie. And of course,
Have they never had a drink of alcohol before in their life? They call you Daramouthe.
you know what? Sometimes I question, but still, you're left asking yourself. It's a silent E at the end. Does that know how that work? But it's all right.
Just because you put a silent E on it doesn't mean we have to change the inflection of all the other letters, does it?
Well,
I mean,
Word.
yes, it does. It changes it from mouth to mooth the second you put that there. It's
that's
just like,
right. That's right. And some people they're gonna get at one of these now. But no, it's
could you imagine putting an E at the end of something and just saying "ha"? No, it says something else.
instead of ha, it says hi.
Hi.
Hi. Oh goodness, that'd be the worst.
What a breeding?
Barbie breeding. Hey, Barbie.
breeding.
Barbie, how are you doing today? Hello, everyone. How are all of you? Yes, it has been a while. Last
we
one,
doing?
the last one I did was sort of a surprise. What? Oh,
I'm just kidding.
what's that?
I said, what are we doing?
Oh, everything and anything in between.
Hey,
Not like that
oh,
though. But
why are we put?
you put words in my mouth again. Not the first time. But anyway, it's
I'm
a
probably
good.
not the last.
Yeah, well, that is true too. You will not be the last. You'll be like, number 33 on a long line of numbers, that's for certain. But anyway, welcome back, good sir. It has been quite some time. And
33?
30, no, I've had on more people than that, but I just pulled
I was
off.
going to say that's an awesome number that you selected me to be.
Hey,
There's a lot more than 33 on that wall behind you.
yeah, that's true though. It's been a while since last time. I think the last time I looked up was in like August, I believe, was the last time you're on, and that was I can't remember the date exactly, but I do remember was going through my list, or like all the things that are lined, all the cot stuff. It was showing all that, and you
You
were
have
like August.
70 of those things organized.
Well, that's only part of it. I mean, if the whole wall is basically this, so yeah, you got that hole right there. But I mean, it is what it is. But
104. Holy shit! How many people have you talked to?
no, those don't represent people. Those that represent Rumble rants.
Those are
Those,
Rumble rants.
yeah, those are Rumble rants. Yeah. Well, except the ones up here. Those are the gifted subs
I thought those
/
were your
memberships.
guests.
But yeah, it's been a Lost Tales. Welcome. It's been a while, good sir.
So
No, I've had over 130 something at this point. I've got to recount. But
I presumed those were guests.
Oh no. Well, I mean, some of them have been guests on there,
Right,
but they're not all have been guests. Like NC Native has given some, or Lost Tales has given some, but they're just Rumble rants, and a few are the gifted subs / monthly membership. So, but yeah, I've at least had over 130 different guests. Because I only count someone's first time. After that, they have their own separate counter, right? Like you have been on for 4 different times now.
This
Because
is
it's
the
the
fourth
fourth
time.
time. Yeah, this is the fourth time. Jack Tarlad's been on like 10 times now, I think. But the point of the matter is I just count everyone's first time and kind of go from there because
It seems as I got some catching up to do to catch up to Jack.
well, you're like running the midnight oil every day. So when do you have time for anything else?
I mean, Thursdays about this time usually. I don't know. Maybe if I'm not already doing my own thing, and that's the thing is if I'm doing something, I knew this was coming up. So then, like, I ran into about a half hour ago.
Yeah.
We did what 9.5, 10 hours, whatever.
No.
Did some.
Not gonna see me do that. Nah, not in a. You could probably try like a 24-hour stream, but then I'm gonna be like, I doubt it. I'm gonna hold off that one. Maybe one day
But when is the 24-hour stream?
when I have a lot of people willing to stop by.
I mean, all the people that you talk to, I'm kind of surprised that you wouldn't have enough people that would randomly stop in.
Well, no, some of them do. It's just they all go off and they find other people to follow. So I don't exactly do the thing that's always attractive. Frog is here to Ribbit. I'm here to Ribbit.
And of course, Rumble Quacker's in the house. What up, Rumble Quacker?
Yeah.
And some native.
Yeah, and then Native. Yep. He's
Ribbit.
all right. Ribbit. But
Ribbit.
yeah, it's just one of those things where I know I don't do the most popular thing. Because everyone's usually gamer, politics, or something else, but I do something that has that I feel has substantial value, but that's only me. No one else has to see that. But I have fun with it, and I go from there, right? Like I get to have people like you on, and
What do I do?
what do you do? You're a person in life. I don't think you have to do anything to matter enough to come on. I think you just have to be willing to take up the opportunity.
Did you guys catch that? I don't do enough to matter.
No. Some people, I've had people. So the thing is, I've had people tell me that they don't feel like they're worth it.
I see. I do for me. Is pretty much where I go with it.
Mm.
Dara's a
Well,
force multiplier. Of course he is. Of course
I
he is.
try, but I'll never be at the. I'll. They've never brought me to the top
The
yet.
the thing is, Dara, is that, like myself, I've been doing this for just over 3 years. So
Right.
it's just like when you get the longevity in, when you get to know the people that you get to know, and you have all those. Eventually, all of a sudden, one day,
Uh,
there's some guy that you're just going to be like, I don't know who you aim to get to for your show for this year.
there.
You, s-
Well,
you, you know,
I've been filling up my calendar, so I'm almost done.
you
Um,
you filled up your calendar.
no, 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 not yet. No, I still have a
Oh,
few people. I still have a few days left. Babe, all right. See you later, Lost Tales. See you later. Have
wait a
fun.
minute. So how is anybody supposed to ever catch up to Jack?
What that well, that's dependent on it. What I've had people, I've had like what was it? You and Abe were the ones coming at me because I didn't invite you in a while. I was like, all right, well, I'll invite you on. If you at least say something, I'll at least add it onto the list. You got to at least say something. I do try to bring people back, but everyone's so busy with their own stuff. It seems like there's a whole host of content creators, or the schedule just doesn't work out. So you kind of just whatever.
No,
Um,
it's like running a New Year's Eve party.
mhm.
Everybody ran one.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, why I was gonna do it anyway because I'm a force divider. Well, I'll let you have that
Force
native.
divider.
I'll let you have that force divider.
You're a force multiplier and a force divider.
That sounds like it cancels each other out right that one right there.
I
Um,
mean,
but
depends on how far down in the equation you put yourself. Maybe I don't know.
true, that is true. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. There were pretty much everyone was doing a New Year's Eve stream. I'm like, eh, yeah, it's why
I did
bother?
one of those where I went around and I popped in almost every single New Year's Eve stream that it possibly was there, and
Yeah,
I went and threw a peace sign, whatever, hit a thumbs up,
yeah,
just to go and say hi. Get that Happy New Year out to everybody.
nice.
Because I mean, what's the point? What's the point otherwise? I mean, it was a decent show. It was a decent show. I still had a bunch of people that come in and join me, and
Yeah.
my regulars, my regulars.
I know Hans joins you a lot, so there's someone I know who's a regular, and the Scotsman. There's another one I've seen.
Scotsman, you can see the Scotsman almost on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that one of those four that was watching lurkers
Mhm.
was him laying flat, because he said straight up he's just gonna go lay down because it's whatever 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
That he doesn't have the stream up somewhere,
Yeah.
sitting on his phone, sitting on a device somewhere, and
Uh-huh.
he's just laying flat. And
Yeah.
he's like, I hear them.
You do get a question though. There you go. Frog. Is that a KoolFrogg book on the shelf behind you?
It's
It looks.
KoolFrogg book.
Yeah, there's something right there. It says your name. Oh, it's just.
This is just it's a metal sign that
Oh,
was
nice.
painted
Oh,
for me
nice.
by ID Crisis. ID Crisis did that a while ago, whatever, probably a good year ago.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a Bible that's behind there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice that he did. It looks professionally done though. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, no, he's professional for sure.
Yeah, it looks really good, and it's got the 2 G's in there. Although it doesn't look like frog at the end. It looks like Feege or something like that. Because now the way the R is.
He I was in the chat where he painted this or whatever, and I told him, I says it's one word, but you can see he put a capital F in there, whatever. And he's
Yeah.
like, it's fine. It's fine for what it is. He's like, I can fix it, change it. I'm like, nope. You leave it the way it is because that's the way it was on the show that it was painted on. And if you actually look, is the silliness is one word.
Mhm.
Look at Dara's thumbnail.
Mm. Oh yeah. I did that.
Everybody does it.
Well, I
just like you said, everybody calls you Daramouthe.
well
It's,
also
you
it's the style, word style too, that kind of separates it too. So sometimes you can have it, and then it is what it is. But yeah, no, I've gotten better at, or I've gotten quicker at making my thumbnails. They've kind of changed over time, but yeah, it's not like the people you see out there. Oh, there you go. Hey,
Up new.
hey, new. It's not like one of those people that put a whole bunch of stuff in their thumbnail just to get the look or whatever. I'm just like, it is what it is. It's not that complicated. But some people have a hard time, not fully, but they do have a hard time in understanding what the show is about, because it feels like they haven't heard of it, or not in the sense of hearing about my show, but of the concept of itself, because it feels like a lot of the content creators, topic here, whatever, because I can go anywhere, and a content creator is going to go, some content creators go over here for entertainment industry, politics, all this globe stuff.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's why I said, what am I? When you were saying that, it's like, really, where do I sit? Because yeah, I do cover news. I cover the politics. I'll do all of that. Like today, we covered some. Tucker Carlson had Brigham on the other day on the 30th or whatever. We went and watched that.
Uh-huh.
It was great. It was fun to listen to. I don't know. When was the last time I actually talked to you? Say it was back in September.
August was the last time you were on here.
August.
Yeah.
See, yeah, even back in August, since August, I would have lost probably half of the weight that I lost, probably a good 50, 60 pounds since the last time I seen you. And it was all because of cutting high fructose corn syrups and all the additives and all the others. So it's like, I've like really seriously gone to the point where I'm like super activist on all this like eat better, eat good food.
Yeah.
Watching him talk to Tucker about it, really seriously, it's like good. There's more and more people that are more interested in that, in getting people to understand that is very, very important.
Yeah.
Are we not on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we are. So
is there chat?
Well, there's no one over there right now other than me, but it doesn't matter. But no, I think the easiest way people can start on that is just stop eating out so much. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do because, if you have work or whatever, but I think eating out more home food, even if it's just simple stuff like I try to do the more carnivore stuff, or I've been trying to. I bought like cheap cut steaks. I bought like a dozen eggs or something like that.
A dozen eggs, jeez, man. I'll tell you, increase the intake on them eggs. You'll appreciate yourself. When I say increase the intake on them eggs, I'm like pretty much the only one that's really eating eggs. I mean, my wife would eat a couple. I think we go through about I don't know. I think we go through two of the 60 packs in a month.
Well, I mean, and to be honest, eggs are much cheaper still against anything else, to be honest. But
it's going to give you the protein that you need to actually fill you up, give you the energy you need, and not intake all of the crap you don't.
Yeah. Again, that's there are many ways of doing it, but I also do. Again, I do the steak part as well, because you can get some cheap cuts out there. I just had a cut. I think it was like a round tip or something. It was like less than $7. Because usually people go for like the ribeye and the New York steak and all that stuff, but those are expensive cuts. Yeah. I mean, they're like $20-$30, and even then they still keep going higher, but I can get cuts less than $9 at times. Yeah, and there you go. Eggs are superfoods.
See, I don't necessarily need like a specific cut either. I usually, when I go into the butcher, I walk up to him and be like, give me a 2-3 pound chuck roast. Yeah. I don't need the expensive whatever. You take those 3 pound chuck roasts, you throw them in a crock. Yeah. You get 2 meals out of each one of them.
Oh yeah.
Simple, easy. So as far as why would you? I mean, you don't need everybody like, oh, it's so expensive to eat just carnivore. No, it's not. No,
Mhm.
it's not. You're eating the wrong meat. You're
Yeah.
eating the wrong meat. You're thinking that you need to eat high grade meat because it needs to taste some way.
Mhm.
You start eliminating the sugar. You start realizing that meat actually tastes good. You're like, oh, it tastes good.
Yeah. Well, and I use spices too. So I just still do that. But I mean, I once got a cut. I can't remember what it was. Hey, dashboard. I once got a cut that was less than $5, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be
Right? And you
kidding
get
me.
scared. You get scared to even cook it because you're like, "How is there something wrong with it?"
Well, what they do have more tendon. That's probably why they do is they do it less because either they're thin cut or they have more tendon. And I usually at that point you're eating it like a caveman because otherwise you're gonna be chewing tendon and all the other stuff, and you just want to get the meat. So I am careful about that. But I do, I do try to eat on that more scale. I was very bad when I was off work for a while for vacation time, because I ate out a lot. But trying to get back on that more healthier side, because I mean, again, getting eggs are probably the easiest thing you can cook, and you can do them so many ways. It's hilarious, right? Like you can cook eggs, you can sunny side, scrambled. I do
So
scrambled
many ways. So
so many
many
ways.
ways. It's usually the funniest because I've been running my shows at 2 a.m.
Mm,
By the time it comes to about breakfast-ish time, I'm going ahead and I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I'll be back. You watch me eat breakfast almost every day. You watch me eat breakfast almost every day, and when you think you're like really, you're like today, today
mm,
for whatever reason I didn't eat breakfast early. I didn't eat until like 2
mm,
this afternoon or whatever. So it's like when I ate at 2 this afternoon, yeah, 6 eggs, an avocado, and
mm.
the last of the beef bacon that I had left. You're damn
Nice,
right. You eat that up. You eat that up, and I felt great. I feel great. I got lots of food in me. Lots
nice.
of food in me, and I don't drink milk.
Yeah,
You go get yourself some decent yogurt and blend some fruit into it. Drink
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I can't drink milk because well, I probably could do skim milk, but I can't do regular milk. It just gets me up, like a it
I used to love milk.
yeah. Well, cereal, right? You used to have cereal with it, but then
Mhm.
you realize that when you go, when you're looking through all the cereal stuff, it's like, man, that's like poison at this point. It's like because I use an app called Yuka, Yuka, and what you can do is you can scan like the barcode uh, of any item at a grocery store, and you start realizing that like 95 to 90% of the food in a grocery store is poison, basically. And yeah, I saw that for NC Native.
Rem-
Yeah.
uh, I the, my bad. As I always say, don't you ever read the title line of the show? Didn't read the title line of the show myself. Just noticed that. That's great. That's golden.
You're welcome. Well, I mean, Cool Frog, Ribbit. I mean,
Ribbit for your pleasure.
that's
I
right,
mean,
Ribbit for your pleasure. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes they just come fling at you like a beer at a bar. You just
watch where you're
like
flinging things.
it's true. It's true. Don't want to knock somebody's eye out with a glass mug.
Oh.
That hurt.
Oh no.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah, the
no.
glass mug. That's what we're worried about. Right in the fucking eye.
Hey, you can knock somebody out with a glass mug. I've seen those movies. They take a bottle and knock somebody out. I've seen those movies. I know how it goes. I'm not so naive
I
on
had
this.
other things in mind, but
Is this what you get up with your people when it's your show? Oh goodness.
No, not necessarily. Seriously, there's in the last couple of weeks because of all the shit that's going on. I kind of stopped doing all the news so much, and
Yeah,
I kind of deviated away from it. And
yeah,
there's been a lot of music and a lot of silence,
huh,
just because.
yeah.
Sometimes all of the the news, and seriously, it started when I woke up the day that I've realized that dude set lady on fire in the subway,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and I'm just like, I ain't doing the news.
Yeah. Well, that's much worse in the world than that, unfortunately. It just doesn't get told about. But yeah,
Right?
no. Well, yeah, I mean, I could talk about news too, but my thing is, why do I need to, I would say yours is more open forum because you have other people on, and there you go. Yep. See, I added them. I added them, Mr. R. See, I added a few emojis that Mr. R had made for me. So all those who are members, the gifted subs or whatever, they get to access all the good ones because there's fancy ones and there's flat ones. So yeah, he's gonna try to do them all. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you. It looks like a flat one though. Oh, thank you, dashboard.
Right.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I wish I could do a rant or gifted sub, but my somehow some way my card or my debit card is not getting played well with Rumble. So still waiting for news on that one. Um, I like them. Well, yeah, you made them. Duh. You, you're the one who made them. Hey, Mayhem, how's it going? How are you doing, good sir? I hope your New Year is going very well. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there you go. Thank you, KoolFrogg.
So
Yeah.
see what happens with that. See if that lands anywhere cool.
Oh, yeah. Wow, congratulations. You got your own gift sub. I think that's pretty awesome. Well, congrats. Use my card either. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know why. It won't. I've let the support know. So we'll see what the next few days bring. But yeah, that's that. No, that I gotta give you credit for that one because
That's funny.
that's too. It could have gone to anyone else, but decided to go to you. That's too funny.
It gave it to me.
Yeah.
I'm like literally trying to give a gift.
Yeah.
And
And you got it back. Look, see you. What goes
It's
around
just-
comes around. There you go. I thought that was funny. River sleeps, dude. Yeah, I that's what I was talking about. He's
dude's always
streaming.
streaming. I mean, yes,
Just-
I do. I do
Yeah.
sleep.
He has a
I usually sleep. Usually between about 7 or 8 p.m.
Mm,
until about 1 or 2
mm.
a.m.
Oh,
That's
okay.
usually where the sleep comes into play.
My bank says it's Canadian processor. Oh, that's interesting then. I wonder why that's being an issue with the Canadian processor. I wonder if that means they'll change it up because I think that might be what's my issue is too. Then, if it's the processor, then it might be there. Because there's the weirdest thing that gets me is that they have a HQ and Florida and Washington, and yet their stuff is still running through Canada. I'm like, that you should be having your stuff like the check stuff, right? Like checks would be sent from Rumble Canada instead of like from the other places in the US. I'm like, that's strange. So because I try. I'm not killing it, but I am asking people to come on, and I'm always surprised they're willing to because I'm almost done filling January. So yeah.
Awesome.
If
Awesome
you have
that people are willing to do that for you. Good. I was wondering. I had to actually look again. I dropped the premium. I'm like, it's not doing anything for me. It really isn't. It wasn't paying me more. I wasn't making more money from Rumble.
Well, yeah, it's optional. So just like YouTube Premium, that's optional too. I mean, it's more or less people just do it for in support of, but if you don't find any use of it, then
Some were saying that they're getting paid more to actually have the premium or whatever. What is this, that, and the other? I'm like,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Either that or they're trying to conflate two different things into one. But no, it's mostly just it's sort of like Steam's early access that it has, right? You know, of games that like game devs do, and it's cheaper, but you get it. It's a half baked cookie, basically, is what it is. So you basically just get a half baked cookie, but it's supporting the game devs, you know, all this stuff. And there are some people who've abused it. I'm not gonna, pass that one by, but I just see Rumble Premium as that, as more of just a, because I was doing the Rumble Premium before it was even named Rumble Premium. It was that pro package thing that they have. They still
Mhm.
have, unfortunately, and that's what I do it with. But I mean, if they can't get my card situation figured out, then there goes Rumble Premium. So there's that. But it's nice, all that stuff is kind of, all that financial stuff is kind of nice and Rumble. That's okay, but that's not why I do this thing. I do this thing because I get to talk to people like you and so many others. Hey, Adam Gray, how are you, good sir? Look, I
Oh,
hope you're
oh,
doing well.
there's the YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube's finally kicking in, being like, "Yeah, you're here."
yeah. It's some people say it's easier to what was that dashboard? Okay, some people say it's easier to grow on YouTube, but I'm like, that's one. I found more growth on Rumble than YouTube, but it's very dependent on what you're promoting first. So if you're promoting YouTube more than your Rumble, then you're gonna grow more on your YouTube.
Right,
If you promote your Rumble more than YouTube, then you're possibly gonna grow more on your Rumble. But there's also other factors to it too.
right. There's big factors because
Yeah.
now, and me personally, took me a year and a half, damn near year 8 months
Mm.
to get a channel on YouTube be monetized, and that was to get the 1,000
Mm.
with 3,000 or 4,000 watch hours and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
You hit certain criteria. They changed it. They changed it after I had made it to that point.
Right.
Whatever. So then now it's like 500, and you can do whatever without the advertiser,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then
That's
you
where you get
go
the super chats and stuff. Is that 500?
right. So then over on the Rumble side, I'm at 1,000. I just hit 1,200 and what, two, something like that,
Mm.
in the last couple of days, and I did that in a year because
Yeah.
really I wasn't promoting the Rumble. I was doing the YouTube thing for the
Mm.
better part of over a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I just I'm like, fuck YouTube. I trashed it. I'm going Rumble. Went
Yeah.
Rumble, did the exclusive thing or whatever,
Mm.
and last time I've actually grown the channel to over the size of what that was. So I mean,
Yeah. It's very dependent on what you promote first.
right,
I know a
promote it,
lot of
push it, okay,
yeah, I know a lot of content creators. If they come from the YouTube side over, they're usually still promoting their YouTube, and then that's all they do. And there's understandabilities, there's variable reasons of why, but at the end of the day, being on one platform is a death sentence because we've already seen the stories of what happens with YouTube. If you're on it only, we've already seen it happens with Twitch. If you're on it only, I mean, at a certain point, it's just one thing or another. And for Adam Gray, yeah, that's true. Like my content isn't really the bee's knees, obviously, um, but there is more. I feel there's more importance in it than what I can give credit to. So there's
I
that.
had such a hard time with it because I was getting struck over and over again.
Yeah. Well, I just get content ID claims. The only times I've ever got hit was something I was doing my pay it forward stream, and there was somebody who was doing like a WWF game or some WWF. Yeah, they hit you hard. WWF. And then another time was someone was watching anime opening songs or whatever on the Rumble side, and I get hit with those like block territories or whatnot. So I had to take those out. But to YouTube's credit, they have tools where you can use that will just take those out, and you don't have to do anything like manual take it out. Their tools do that.
Right.
So to their credit, they do have something that that does help. But um, YouTube copied all their SOPs. I don't know what SOPs is. from TikTok. Oh, if you're talking about shorts, then I guess. But I mean, they just raised shorts, the short
Standards
limit,
of procedure.
standard procedure. Well, I mean, it is Google after all, so I don't know what you want to take
Right.
from that. And
So I mean,
yeah.
in X too. So I mean, really, when it comes down to it, I mean, I've been streaming on X for the last couple of the last month just to
Mhm.
try it, and they're getting canceled as well. I'm not doing it. Not
Yeah,
doing
no,
it. And I know that I can go live and up and try going over there, whatever. If
mhm,
something worse come to worse, where all of a sudden, you know, if Rumble did get me yeeted, I
mhm.
have a bunch of places where my name is. It's just that I don't stream to it. I don't
Yeah.
stream to it because it's just not something that whatever. Is it always feasible to do such a thing? No,
Mm,
no, it's not. Most people would be like you said, it's a death sentence to actually just sit on one and not the other.
mm,
I don't care. Fuck you, YouTube.
yeah. Yeah, YouTube does its thing, but I'm still gonna use it because I'm
Right,
not gonna be stuck to one place. I mean, everyone has the reasons of doing it, so don't listen
right.
to me on that. But at the end
No,
of the
right,
day, though,
and I've thought about it. I go him and haw on it. Be like, I should go and I should create small clips and of the shows, these 10, 12, 24, 30,
mm,
41 hour shows, whatever it is that I'm doing, and
uh,
clipping little bits and pieces, the hard those spots where we get the best giggles and laughs, and put them over on the YouTube side.
mm, yeah, it can be like a little more work. Even I have
You
a couple.
know how hard that would be to go through a 24-hour stream.
It's already hard enough for me to go through like uh an hour stream of just trying to make shorts from it because I use Opus.Pro, sure, but
Yeah.
it's hard to stay motivated to try keep because you want to try to get it just right because it's you want to put out these people there.
You talked to
Um,
me about Opus the last time I was here, and I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. I should try that. I bookmarked it.
yeah, it's a you can only
You
go
know what I did with it?
nothing,
None.
not a thing, and
Nothing.
and live search is right. Always by your domain name so people can always find you. I did have someone do that though. I did have someone buy my domain name, and that was, but we'll see if he. I don't know how much it is monthly, but we'll see how long it will be till he transfers it over. It's probably a silent board member at YouTube. You know what? It's possible. It's Google all the way through, so I don't know what you expect. I'm always surprised when people say, "Oh, it's YouTube." It's like, no, it's Google. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. It's just called YouTube for the coloring. Everything else is Google. But that's just me.
It
But yeah.
really upsets me that I gifted that to myself. It's so ridiculous. It's sitting there. And it gives it when because it gives you a little thing. It says claim premium free.
Yeah.
When you don't have premium or whatever, it actually gives you it gives you another gift option to
Oh.
get a free month of premium
Mm.
because of the whatever. So it's like
Yeah.
no, I don't want to pay the $100 for the year.
I just do
I-
I just do the 10 a month. That's all I do. So it's just easier that way
He's
anyway.
like, I just pay the extra 20. Fuck it. I usually do too.
It's monthly. It's cheaper to do for me to do monthly than pay all up front.
Right,
anyway.
because all of a sudden next month you're like, I can't afford it. Fuck it. Cancel
Yeah.
it. A month later, I can afford it this month. Yay,
Yep.
we get to go back.
Well, and again, I do it because I support this platform, and that's one way of supporting the platform. But I try to give more rants and all that, and of course, gifted subs now on the Rumble side because there are more and more people trying to use it, but it's just with a lot of understanding of the frustrations. There's also a needing to be understand of what it takes to even have a video hosting site, and I think a lot of people are not understandable of that regard, justly so that they might get upset because of this, but you have to understand there's a lot more than just what you're simply thinking of, right? If I were to explain to you costs and stuff, you'd be like, I don't know if I could even afford it myself, and you'd be like, that'd be right. Paying for a year of X is risky now. They could, yeah. Well, they could already do it anyway. I mean, I had a previous account. Hey, Alaska Man, look at that. He used it. Hey,
What's
Alaska
up,
Man.
Alaska Man?
I mean, I had my previous account taken away, and there was no reason given. I was like, my previous account was just like gone like that, and they're like, oh well, Twitter reserves the right.
Right.
But what is the answer? But it works. Yeah, but you probably rent servers from a company, and they do take care of the stuff, and you probably make your own web. You probably make the web site and all that. Most people can't. But nowadays, it seems like I've been hearing that AI can do it. So there might be. I can't talk about that. Well, I'll ask him if Jeff is here. He doesn't like it. No free funds from what is being reported. And I was like $200 a year. Yeah, for X. Yeah, that sucks. Yep. I only do the 8 and that's it. No refunds from what is being reported. Yeah, well, sorry, kids. You get what you pay for, and that's not much. Not paying for a year of Rumble's risky because they need money to keep. Yeah, understandably so. Yeah, understandably so. But even so, it's still giving some. And plus, they take their cut from the rants. I believe gifted subs are 100% to the creator, but if they go through the app, they get charged a bit extra because of the percentage that goes to Google or Apple. So you are warned. It's too slow.
Alaska Man, Jeff, consider yourself followed.
Yeah. No, AI can't do it. Well, you know what, good sir? It's out there and it's being talked about. No, it's the AI website thing is what I keep hearing. But hey, Rhoda, how are you, good sir? How are you, good sir? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Rhoda, what up?
Get her. I had wished they just put their money towards getting their tech side up to par, or at least getting their buying the people, paying more people. But again, they have to build the sustainability that will mend it till after the 1775 goes away, because it's not going to last forever. I see you guys are liking the post-it notes. I'm glad you're using it. There you go. Look at the colors. Look at them. Look at all the colors. Look at them. I'm surprised no one's using the fancy ones yet.
Right. I mean, I suppose I can now. I gifted myself that option.
Yeah, you did. You did you gifted yourself. You gifted yourself a monthly membership. There you go. Look at that.
Yes. I mean, that's an interesting way to do it. If you could walk in the room and gift yourself the option straight out, you'd be like, okay, I want to gift it. So at the end of the month, technically now, it'll drop off if I don't want it.
It's cool, Jeff. It's KoolFrogg, Alaska Man Jeff. It's in the description. KoolFrogg. Okay. Yeah, I hope you. Well, we're doing well, good sir. Oh, no, that's not the one I was looking for. We're doing well, good sir. I hope you're all right. Yeah, we've just been going at it for a while. But yeah, unfortunately, the YouTube side does not get any emojis because I can't do anything until I'm, at the 500 mark. So. Sorry, guys. I wish
somebody went and checked on the hours streamed in the last week, and like when I first started earlier today, and they said it was at 81. And I did another 8-hour stream, so you should be somewhere around like almost 90 hours to streaming in the last week.
You're a crazier man than I. That's for sure.
Just saying.
Yeah.
What up, Fairy?
Very
the only time that you can legitimately say that and you can get away with it. They call themselves Fairy.
Fairy Mysterious? Yeah, she's even using the postals. Looks like it's a hit there, Mr. R. Looks like it's a hit. Do I have one? What color is it? I think they're all the colors. Oh, goodness.
Wow, that's funny.
Gifting yourself is not as bad as another stream I was in where somebody gifted several subs and a vulgar spam bat. Ooh. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Faulkner donated on mine. She seriously, one of the bots picked one. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Why would the bot get one? Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I know some who use Rumblebot that it gets one too if it gets one
Yeah.
gets gifted membership, but YouTube giving Rumble so much. Well, yeah, because I created some of them. Now the star ones are D-pad chat. So if you see the star emotes or emojis, those are D-pad chat. The moon ones I did by using Canva, and of course the ones that are the post-it notes are done by, of course, Mr. R.
What's your thing with the moon?
Well, he did stars, and I was like, oh, why not do the moon?
Oh,
And then
so
I
you
did
did
the moon,
Okay.
and so you see those fancy ones and the flat ones; those are his. Um, Dash knows how to make a postie with the most. Yeah, well, Mr. R knows how to make it. He did it.
I
They're
was
huge
just wondering if you
success.
realized how close the next fall is, or whatever. If you like really followed the moon, or
I
it's
I
something
don't
that you pay
I
attention to at all.
I don't look up enough to pay attention to. It's nice when it's
You don't
full,
look. I don't look up enough.
I don't look up.
It
It's
says,
nice.
"Mister, I wear my sunglasses at night."
There was a song about that. All right, Rumble Quacker. Forgot. Okay. Bum, bum. Oh, that's
I go
right.
live later. I'm gonna have to play that song now.
I wear my sunglasses at night, and that's about as much as I know.
Turn it into turn YouTube back into the music box they deserve to be, because they really seriously, for as
I wish.
much as they've done, as much stuff as they've done to all the creators, that have done for them, to actually run them off for any reason, without hearing them out, hearing what, or whatever,
Yeah.
doing it, they can go fuck themselves.
Well,
Stupid.
again, I know a lot of people still have the issue. Well, again, a lot of people still make the comparisons for Rumble against YouTube because YouTube has all the stuff. But at the end of the day, YouTube took years to get there, plus all the additions that Google gave them, and
But
Rumble.
they got the backing. They got the backing from BlackRock, so they're okay.
Well, that's unfortunate to say for Rumble as well because they are, Vanguard and
wait.
Rumble are kind of bought stock in them, but they bought stock in a lot of things.
Because who's the main finance? The same guy that finances Peter Thiel, the same guy that finances JD Vance. Oh, that guy. Who's doing what?
No, I was talking. No, never mind. Anyway,
No, I know. I'm just.
That's right.
I'm being a smartass because really, when it comes down to it, when you think about who's running what.
Well, and the thought of it is that BlackRock and Vanguard and pretty much have a piece in everything, so you're not going to find them nowhere.
Right. So though my freedom of speech is now currently safeguarded here on Rumble, and I can say the things that I want and I can do the things that I want. Doesn't mean in the future that I still have the same right given to me, and they could take that away from me if they felt.
Who is involved? Well, that's true too. It's not what's going on; it's who's involved. Yeah, it's understandable. JD Vance, all right. Well, he's the hillbilly right there. But no, and that's
Nero knows my feeling on JD Vance. I've kind of let that one be known.
Well, you know what, kids? I'm gonna tell you this. You may have the people you dislike or whatever, but I'll tell you this: don't take it to your grave because it's not gonna matter to you after that point.
I mean, he might take you to your grave with his nanobots, but whatever.
Well, you always hear stories of microplastics and all that stuff, and at a certain point, it's all just noise at the end of the day.
Is it?
Feels like it. You just were talking about how you were
microplastics.
Yeah. Have you not heard that people talk about microplastics, like microplastics and everything and all that stuff, and it's not good for you, blah blah blah.
I have the tendency to. I mean, this metal cup, the ceramic cup. I have the tendency to stay away from plastic. As well. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm glad you. It was funny you bought. I have glass cup. I have ceramic cup. Then I have big club to take you out.
Wait until I show you my staff.
Stored in the tennis balls. Oh man. As only as powerful. Spend the money on those you trust. Don't buy for convenience building. Well, it's kind of hard to do that when pretty much almost everything we have is built on convenience there, Alaska Man Jeff. So
most everything out there that you can think of, almost everything that you can think of, regardless to where it is, you look at the ladder, the progressive ladder of who owns what. And I like to use the simple one. I like to use the simple one that we're all simply are currently using. YouTube. YouTube. Who owns YouTube? Google. Who owns Google? Alphabet. Who owns Alphabet?
A whole host of
BlackRock. That's the simple line. And then when you actually equate, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, they're all at the top of that group. And then you got your banks and you got your insurance companies and you got your other companies that own all of the corporate businesses below that own all of the goods that have all of the things that we purchase for every day.
I don't know what unless someone's going to start doing a revolution. It's all just going to be business as usual, unfortunately.
The revolt, y'all.
Well, and that's the funny thing too, is right. People are tired of how their government treats them, and yet they still don't do the thing that will end it, which is either revolution or something else. But at the end of the day, it's just all talk and no action, unfortunately. Or there is action, but it's so small. It's sort of like hearing a hummingbird chirp. You're not going to hear it. C4
and
plastic.
native C4 plastique is fun to play with. Just kidding. But you know what the funny one is even the quote unquote military guy that just so happened to go up and pull up at Trump Towers in what he would have known, should have known, if he'd seen anything to do with a Tesla Cybertruck ever. People have done what with him? They've thrown bombs and done whatever to his own private. Elon Musk's own private. They've done things to try to destroy it. We've watched Joe Rogan do things. We've watched different people do things to this truck and just like, oh, that's cool. Because it didn't hurt it. Bro, why didn't they use... The dude didn't have access to something better? No C4? None of that? It was.
I thought it was just gasoline canisters, but I haven't paid much into it. I would have agreed to this live search, but at the end of the day, voting only goes so far, and voting relies on the individual to vote with an accordance. But with an accordance to what is the real question. So I would 50-50 that. Cybertruck bomber. Well, yeah, that was an interesting story. It was a message.
The corruption runs deep, though. That's the hard one. When you go back to what the Live Search app actually said on that, the corruption runs so deep, and it's hard to just start voting for the right people because you don't know who's really telling you the truth. Because you got, I voted for Donald Trump a third time. And when you look at what he says he's about, this, that, and the others, and you're like, oh, okay. And then they tried pushing that, Heritage Foundation, Project 2025 is him and this, that, and the other. No, it wasn't him. He said straight up it wasn't him. Well, now here's the shut up or whatever. Because when it comes down to it, what's going to happen? Is it going to get implemented the way it says? There's going to be people that are going to be critiquing the next 4 years that hard to see if it actually does align with what Project 2025 was. Did you read 2025? Because I sure as fuck didn't. I'm not reading 950 pages of that.
Yeah, that's when you know it's just probably just mostly bloated air at that point.
Right.
Not clear. What you need is not the same system. That's what you need. But even any system can be corrupted. I mean, we're human beings. This isn't just one-way rodeo show. This is the world in general. U.S. or UK? No, yeah, obviously, there's so many governments out there.
Right.
Oh, So you're not an American, huh? What are you doing in this chat? No. We've got a non-American in the chat, everyone.
Another non-American in a YouTube chat. Go figure. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can take yourself over to Rumble, and you might find some topics of interest. That are not being displayed over on YouTube because YouTube didn't like them.
Right. A few people read, 900 pages. How many read people 1,500 pages laws that are passed? Well, that's true too. But
or 1,500 pages, right? Pages. What do you think? It's not like words; it's pages. You're like, holy crap!
Yeah, it's all bloat after a certain point. All bloat, and hidden stuff. But yeah, what was that one at? Yeah, I don't care about politics.
I mean, and I know you don't, but when it comes down to it, you brought a guy that talks politics. So Monday, what happens Monday?
And you said you try to steer away from that. So don't you try to.
What happens Monday? Do you know what happens Monday?
Well, it's
Kamala
not.
Harris is supposed to take a vote.
Oh.
Ah.
See you later, Last Command Jeff. Hope you're doing well. I know it's almost 4 your time.
So I'll be lurking. Nice.
Yeah, almost 4 your time. Well, thank you for that, Adam. I appreciate that. Appreciate you all on both ends, because I do enjoy having both ends. You Rumble and YouTube. So how many people ever gone to Congress, government, looked up? It's the same amount as people as they slept with a Chinese spy. That's how many it is. That's about it. Not many will say it, but at least we know one did.
One did. But we won't talk about the guy that was doing the other dude in the halls of Congress.
I don't think it was the halls. I think it was just a seating area. Or meeting area.
Right in the halls of Congress. Right at one of the tables.
Yeah, I was in one of their meeting areas. I'm at Reform. Our party leaders, friends. Yeah. All I can say for the UK is, good luck. And if you want change, then you're gonna have to push hard. Like I'm talking.
Report of the J6 pipe bomber. It's like an episode of Three Stooges. The last thing that I did before I left my show, and I rated here a half hour before the show started. It didn't matter. It didn't matter for what it was. Last thing I did is I watched the new file come from the FBI today or whatever, and it was freaking hilarious. It was hilarious to watch what they're like. Oh, look at the new stuff that we got on the J6 pipe bomber, bro. They showed like a minute and 30 seconds of him walking up and around a different block or whatever and going back around the other way or something. And like, why did it take that long? What's 4 years later have to do with it? Like him walking around one other block? What the fuck is this shit?
No, you know what, NC? I'll let you have it. NC. I'll let you have it.
I was known as something of a pipe bomber. Giggity. I mean...
Oh, goodness.
I do have 3 children myself with 3 different women.
Oh.
They're all 11 years apart. A little bit of a pipe bomber myself. Giggity.
More like a bombing, really. Goodness.
Explosive.
At least it's not explosive diarrhea. That would be worse. That would be awful.
That's amazing. That's the word association went right there. Explosive. Dara went to diarrhea.
That's right. Explosive diarrhea. When you can't hold it in your pants, and it's not the good kind, it's explosive.
If you're gonna start singing songs for sliding into third, it's a juicy turd, some shit.
If it's it'd be a brown river at that point. Goodness. Dashboard says butt barf. Well, you're not too far off. Depends on what you had. goodness, that's hilarious. Put in the government, ain't even hand out medals. Well, I think not even just the government, but people can say that themselves too. That's why they handle out participation trophies. But anyway, it is, ladies and hey kids, guess what time it is? It's the top of the hour, or power hour, as I call it.
Power hour.
Power hour. It's power hour. Guess what power hour means, kids? It means promotion time. That's right. I said it's time for us to promote ourselves. We may do it silly, we may do it serious. Either way, it's gonna get done. Like a Chinese New Year. It's gonna get done. But anyway, I did put all your links.
Chinese New Year?
Almost.
When does that happen?
I think it's in April, to be honest.
Yeah, right. It's like some weird time of the year, like when it should probably actually be.
Well, it's in April, I think. But anyway, all your links that I had from last time are down below. But if you want to promote yourself of like, who is KoolFrogg, what is KoolFrogg, and why they should follow you,
can I have a clock? Like
No,
an actual timer.
Why do you want an actual timer?
Yeah, because just like a timer that I can have to just give actual silence for about 2 minutes, just for shits and giggles.
Sorry, Buster, not on my show. We gotta get straight to business. You do it on your own show.
Like, wait a minute. But that's my show. That's my show. If you haven't watched my stuff, you should actually take yourself over and check out KoolFrogg if you haven't checked me out. Just saying. We talk news, we talk politics. I do some scripted stuff. I do some unscripted stuff. I'll go and I'll script out a whole day and I'll have stuff all listed out, and then I'll go to the point of us, and there's somebody that's like, hey, can I come join you today? And I'll scrap everything that I did and I'll do that. I'll do that instead. There's been plenty of days where I'll do chill streams. We'll just listen to music and hang out and fuck off for whatever it be for long periods of time. We just did 3 years. A couple weeks ago, we did 33 hours, because numerologists love things. And we went ahead and what did we mess around last week? We did 41. But I mean, I was only there for 35. I kept my body said nah. Then after doing all those, you think about it. We've done several like 10-hour streams in there, whatever. Somebody counted it out for me. They said it was 81. They said it was 81 in the last week, and that was at the beginning of today's stream. We already did 8. Whatever. You might see me again tonight. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll go to bed and I'll come live in the morning again or something. I mean, I'm drinking coffee, so I mean,
yeah. No, you were just saying earlier, come check you out, and I was like, you heard him here, folks.
for 420 friendly, 420 friendly for what it be.
There you go.
Seriously, I mean, medicinal card holder. So I really kind of have the tendency to go ahead and promote that. That is actually a good thing. Medicine is good for you when it's not Western medicine. When it's legitimate good things, whatever, they're good for you. Right. Smoking, not necessarily. There's, I get there's things.
Yeah.
There's things you just get, whatever.
Yeah. No, exactly. And Dash is asking, where are you from? He's
I'm originally from Minnesota. I live in South Dakota currently, and. Really seriously, I mean, I've been doxxed before. It's not a secret. Yeah. It's really not a secret where I'm at. Whatever. South Dakota. Woohoo! Yeah, I really like it here. It's kind of nice. Comparably to Minnesota's politics, it's all right. Other than Chrissy Nome is kind of more of a dictator than most would like to think.
Well, at least she's not a dick. But anyway.
Oh, you heard me say it right.
So Yeah, well, I know Putin bot is from North Dakota, so I think you're this.
Putin bought North Dakota.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Um, there you go.
The Lesser Dakota.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
it's northern. It gets cold in those
It's just the
areas.
Lesser Dakota.
Lesser Dakota. Oh, so
Yeah.
south is better then?
Yeah.
Is this
South
going
is
to be
better
like
than
a
Dakota.
north versus south sort of? Oh, he's Montana. Oh, okay, I apologize. He's in Montana. Okay, Montana. I thought he was in North Dakota. I apologize. South dictator. Well, something south. Something south. Anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or whether you're on the YouTube side, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, wouldn't mind leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps, or a repost if you're on Rumble, anything that helps with the engagement factor on either end is much appreciated, because not only does it help me being seen more, like all content creators want to be seen more, but it also helps in having other people on as guests, like KoolFrogg or UB Legend or Tomby or so many other people. Like again, I only have a few days left in January, and then it'll be all full. I try to keep my weekends open because Lord knows I have a full-time job. But anyway, point of the matter is, guys, that any help with that on either end just goes a long way. And even if you don't, do stuff like give the sub, whatever, anything that helps the engagement on that factor is much appreciated. So thank you for that.
Faulkner Media. What's up, dude? Good to see you.
And also down below is a link. You can check my link out. It has my links to my other places, Rumble, YouTube, and it also has my link to my Twitter X and my Discord, but it's mostly just for DMing, and my email.
Like he said, lick the like button and flip the thumb. Just do it.
Just slap those things down and brighten them up. But yeah, if you yourself want to take the opportunity to come on, guess what? You can go to that link, or you can leave a comment in either Rumble or YouTube, and we can get started. But again, guys, any help with engagement, and check out the link down below. I am much appreciated. I know it goes on for a little long, but I've got to repeat myself just many times over. I do not know this place. What? You don't know this place? Well, you're in a friendly place, so no worries.
It's a friendly place. It's all good.
Dom's
hung out in my chat enough times. He should be. I mean, I wouldn't take you somewhere where you're not safe.
Just don't go into the tunnel.
If I did, I'd give you a special word.
He'll give you a sucker at the end of it. Please don't. Please, sir. He gave me the no square. I love a Southern woman accent on a woman. Oh my! What's a Southern accent on an English woman sound? Yorkshire. Yorkshire. Well, there he goes. He's using one of the fancy ones. There he goes. Just got home. Oh well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Faulkner, or Miss Faulkner, whichever you want. Miss Faulkner, whichever one. I should well, thank you. I appreciate that. Neuro. Southern girls. There you go.
She's married. She's legit married. I get to hang out with the young lady, so she usually comes hangs out with me on a regular.
Hey, thank you, sir. I can't bring it up. I can't bring it up in Rumble Studio. They haven't done that yet. But thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Mr. Faulkner, becoming a monthly supporter. Mrs. Faulkner.
She's married. He doesn't watch my show. He doesn't watch my show.
Forgive me, ma'am.
She comes through. She hangs out with me most often. Most often. I mean, the Scotsman's there more often, I guess. But when it comes down to it, she's like admin type situations. She's taking care of all the emote stuff for me. She does. She's like creative. She's the creative side of things.
I would. At least I didn't call her Mrs. Fokker. That would have been a different.
I mean. She'll explain that if you use Falk right, it works.
Yeah, that's a Falcon good time.
Yeah.
The only Southern thing I like on a woman is me. Hey, oh, that was a good one. I mean Southern.
So forceful.
southern US. If you want local, I like northern. Okay, so Yorkshire is northern. Okay, I apologize. I don't know my UK very well. Shout out to the creatives. There you go. Shout out to the creatives. Like you want to you want to get the creatives out. Been called that? Oh, you been called a fucker? Oh goodness.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just don't go explaining what you do for work. But anyway, I'm joking. I love it. I love it when you can play with words because that's when you know people either will understand it or not understand it. Just like we played around with the frog.
They can learn. They can learn the truth, or they can go fuck off. Right type of situations. I mean,
they can go ribbit themselves into another situation.
or
it's gonna be the worst show. It's just puns all over it. You know, I heard of this frog guy. He sure knows how to croak. Oh, I didn't think. I always like, remember. What? Just
be offended.
Just be offended. Well, I'm not out there to defend, but I appreciate you.
I will. I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it.
I'll let you go for it. But it reminds me of whenever Jim Henson would be on a show or like one of those talk shows with Kermit. He'd do the joke of I have a human in my throat, that sort of thing. That's sort of that's sort of a frog joke. But anyway, yeah, it just reminded me of that. Oh yeah, and we also watched a little of the Muppets. Well, Sesame Street Muppets ish. Sesame Street and the Jim Henson have separated for a long time, so I don't think they're one and the same. Yeah, that's certainly something. But yeah, oh, that's interesting. Fall. Hey, there we go. Non-offensive right there. But yeah, I
mean, tell him
like you mean it. But yeah, it's weird. I get to spell HVLI. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you know what that means. Never heard of it, unless it's like a new HIV thing. But all right. HVLI.
But my brain's not clicking at the moment, so sorry.
It's pressing the click button, but nothing's coming up. The tab, it won't work. Oh goodness. But yeah, I'm glad I sort of get to do this thing and get to meet all new sorts of people. It's sort of broadens your horizon on your bias, because obviously we see a lot what social media can do for one's bias. That's HVLI is deadly like HIV. Ooh, goodness. But what does it stand for? That's the real question I have. It's the cure for all that ails us. I don't know about that. If he's saying it's deadly, HVLI is usually intentional. Well, but what does it stand for? I'm getting like side stuff. What does it mean? What does it say?
They're like, go and Google it. Go do it yourself. I don't want to tell you.
Do I have to do everything?
Yep, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
The Virtuous Leadership Institute?
High velocity lead injection. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So lead injection. High velocity lead injection.
See, I've actually taken myself in the last few weeks where I like removed myself from the news.
Yeah.
That all of that just kind of just like.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but it's kind of hard if you're on Twitter X, where it's like it feels like it's either news or engagement bait almost all the time. Yeah. But I only seen stuff through Twitter X, but I never really paid too much attention to the news, because then you're gonna be like, I like all the injections. Well, being as a married woman, I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do. And that's all I say.
I mean, I tease her. I call her a doctor. She's not a doctor, but she kind of knows a few things about a few things.
Bend over and cough.
Things that you can't talk about on YouTube because YouTube don't like it.
Oh, you like the COVID stuff or whatever?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I usually say COVID or C-19. I haven't been shut down, but that's why I multi-stream because I had a. So what happened was I was doing my pay it forward stream and I had a guest on a eclectic
I
goat.
think the last time I was with you, didn't I actually go ahead and say something like, let's see if this actually gets you struck? Kind of surprised it didn't strike you.
I don't know what you said, to be honest. No, I had a guest on, eclectic goat, and she's a lovely person. Met her through Tomby, and she was on from all of my pay it forward streams. And now going through different streams on Rumble, and we came across this one where someone was watching like something happening, like a police pullover or something like that. Well, so after the show was over, I got a thing from YouTube saying, "Oh, it shows violence, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, okay," and then it gives me a timestamp. So I go to that timestamp, and at the timestamp, all there is just people running away. There's no gun thing or whatever. They're just kind of running in one direction. And it's like, well, there's nothing at that point, but at this 49-minute mark, there's like a police doing a takedown. Is that what you're talking about? Because I was trying to get a clarification on what they're going at. And guess what they got me back with? So I went and sent the appeal in. I sent the appeal in, it got denied, and they sent me, guess what the time was that they sent me back with? The new timestamp. 48:58. I gave them like 49-minute mark is where the thing is happening. They gave me 48:50. It's like, but that's not too far off of what I gave you. But that's not what you originally gave me.
These motherfuckers.
Oh goodness.
Fuck you, YouTube.
It is what it is. If your thing is furry, well, I do. Well, and that's my first restricted 18+ stream. It wasn't taken down. It was just restricted 18+. So it was like I made a playlist called "Restricted by YouTube," and I've only had one so far. So there's that. I was more along the line of Playboy Bunny, not furry. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on the internet. Well, you know what? So does many other people. But yeah,
I'm not a doctor either. So yeah, don't take my advice.
I'm not a doctor either, but if you're gonna tell me to hold a stethoscope to your chest and you're a woman, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna be polite about it, but I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, so I have one stream on YouTube that's restricted to 18+ only. Lost the appeal, but hey, it's still on Rumble as is, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's the one difference between YouTube and Rumble is they don't have an automatic system, but you do. If someone does come through the DMCA system, then they do have to take whatever is being claimed as DMCA down. That's how it goes. So if it's a copyright thing, all they're doing is providing you the platform and tools to use the platform. That's it. I tell them to use again. Wow, dark. Real dark, good sir. Real dark. Man, that quieted the room real quick. Goodness sake. you want to be a buzzkill? Just tell somebody if someone has a headache. Just tell them to take themselves aside.
My advice earlier today for curing a headache was much different. Much different than that. My advice was if you have a headache, as opposed to taking some Western medicine that would actually take care of whatever you think it's going to take care of, it's just going to give you a mask and whatever else. Why don't you go rub one out or go have sex with a girl or something? Girl, go with a guy. Because the gender thing, it doesn't work any other way.
I like you had to take a moment and just explain the side stuff. Okay, kid. Now there are only two genders in this class. Timmy, put it down.
YouTube kind of ridiculous sometimes, and they have a tendency to believe that there's more than two genders.
At this point, look. If you really like, I don't just care about that. I care about that. People are people force. Hey, Eraserhead, how are you, good sir? I do care that people force other people into that manner of just like the whole transgender thing. But at the end of the day, though, if it's not against the kid part, as an adult, do whatever. Your life is your own, right? I mean, you live
Sure,
by the
right.
sword,
Let
die by the
adult
sword.
do as they wish. They don't need to go ahead and spew it and spray it. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants that on them. Can you
What up,
not?
Eraserhead?
Nobody wants that on them. What are you talking about? Goodness sake. I just said, he was like, he actually said it. Why would he? This show just has been canceled. I appreciate all your donations. Please help a poor man try to get back on his feet as this show is gone for good. Oh, I don't give a rat's behind. When YouTube, we also didn't mean men restrooms. Sorry, women need their private spaces. That's my issue with that. Well, yeah, sure, and of course, there's also the lactations rooms as well. That women have their private spaces. But I'm sorry, I'll leave now. Well, you know what? I'll just leave it at that.
What? I'm sorry, I'll leave. No, you don't have to leave.
I changed my name to Dom Man in T1 PhD Internet. That's too long. That's too long. Hey, Bruda. Yeah, that's too long. That's like saying I'm John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. At that point, you might as well just quit. I'm not. I know. I know you were joking around. Goodness
Can
sake.
men have their private spaces too? Yes. Yes. You know what mine is? Right here.
Oh, I thought
Right
you were gonna
here.
say like nature.
With y'all.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like
Usually
nature. Well,
when
that's not
it's right here.
private though.
It's
That's
private.
more. Well, it's more like public private. It's like, all right.
But
We're
I
gonna talk about...
share my private space.
Do you also share your bathroom too?
No.
Oh,
What? This guy.
What?
Share your bathroom? You want me to share my bathroom with you?
No, I don't want you to share your bathroom with me. But you're talking about private spaces, like so you share your bathroom's private. You share your bathroom then too. It's like, goodness sake.
Nuh-uh.
Oh goodness. So there are some private spaces you don't share. So
definitely. But I spend an awful lot of time with everybody here on the internet.
That's not a bad front.
That's what I'm saying. It sounded really bad.
What is this? Is also my issue with it. Restrooms, and that's like asking me a perv. They used to just call it peeping Tom, but at this point, it's a whole different ball game. Remember when peeping Tom was the worst of it?
Right. The worst he had was some random dude like doing some Pee Wee Herman style whatever grossness. Like he couldn't help himself but rub one out.
Yeah. And Rhoda says, mine is here, the kitchen. I trained as a chef. The kitchen. Oh, really? Oh, are you like a sous chef or is that your like daytime job? Or are you just saying you were trained as a chef? That's interesting. I always like the. I'm not a chef myself, but I do know how to cook a little bit. I know how to turn the stove on, and that's pretty much it.
I know how to boil water or
yes.
what.
I know how to cook an egg. See, there's something. I have a PC and guitar amps in here. Nice. That's pretty cool. Remember when there used to be men's club, not topless bars, and then women demanded access to the topless bars or to the men's club? You gotta be specific of which one. But no, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you were a chef. I've had on a gentleman by the name of Hemp Hero, and he trained to be a chef for ages. And although now his job is sort of being like a tester or something for the government to some degree, because he does 420 stuff. I bet you don't remember them because they also done with, yeah, most likely. I can microwave the best. See, there you go. Look at that. There's a skill right there. He microwaves a hot pocket like nobody's business.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Don't do that.
What, hot pockets?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't, whatever you do, don't do that to yourself. Don't. I mean, feed yourself better food.
I'm qualified, but not currently in the industry. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's great. That's great because again, you have people, that like Hemp Hero, who's not in the industry as well, but he's been trained, and he's been over like 2 decades, I think he said. So there's that. I'm looking for a kitchen witch. Well, a kitchen witch, that depends if you want to turn it into a toad or if you want to have a sandwich. That's very dependent.
Well, so no. There's this thing. There's this thing that you used to actually take things that you'd hang in your kitchen. You call it a kitchen witch, and it was
Oh,
basically something that would actually overlook you and make sure that you were cooking good food. And it was something that, as opposed to putting it in the back of your head that you're actually cooking food and you can do a good job. You put the witch there because then you're thinking about the witch that you're trying to do a good job to it's just a weird old wives' tale that if you had a kitchen witch, you did hang one in your kitchen. Be careful what you're hanging.
there are a lot of things you can. Sometimes it's not so pretty. What is what does NVQ stand for? I have an NVQ level 2 in professional. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. I just didn't understand the my brain got broke long ago. That doesn't sound fun at all. That just sounds sad. Just sad it is. Haven't heard of a kitchen witch in ages. Yeah, I've never heard of a kitchen witch. I just thought he was talking about like having someone cook for him. He was looking for a woman. He was looking for a woman who was magical in her skills of cookery. That's what I thought he was looking for. That's what I thought when he said that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like that too, but there's no bewitched around. That's for sure. But yeah, I'd never heard of it being called a kitchen witch. I know I've always seen some kitchens have like that hanging thing, and you put like your pots and pans on it, but I didn't know it was sort of called that. A kitchen witch. National vocation. Oh, nice. Okay, national vocation. So they have schools. Okay, there was actually, what was it? I don't know if it was Hemp Hero or not, but he was telling me about schools here in America that are well high regarded, and we were kind of looking through it, and some of them they do teach like day-to-day classes, which is awesome. I didn't know the cost, but I know there's like one in California. Man, I wish I knew it. They're well known because we were talking about the Iron Chef, which was sort of a Japanese show. Yeah,
I've watched enough of those. I've watched enough of the Iron Chefs and whatever. He used to watch a lot of Food Network because it was nothing good on TV.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
there's never anything good on TV for the longest time. So what'd you do when you? Because that was before like everybody was like, oh, the streaming's this, that, or the other, and it's we like. I talked to my mom about streaming.
Yeah.
She's like, that's not a thing. Like, okay, it's literally what I do.
Yeah. Some
and she's like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not a thing. I'm like,
what?
Oh, okay. People literally donate money to me. She's like, you've made money? Yeah.
Yep. Well, I've told my parents too that I have made money off, and it's just sort of a meh. It's just one of those things where the reason why I do this isn't for that, but trying to tell them that. I mean, there's some family members that I told them about, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty awesome." But who knows if they ever watch? It's just more of just this is
when you tell them that you do it, and you try talking to them, explaining to them why you're doing it, and whatever else. Usually lose a lot of them because they're like, oh, that's weird. People don't do that.
Well, I show my YouTube end because that's usually more well known than most. But at the end of the day, it's something that at a certain point that I didn't expect. I didn't know what I was going into, but when I got there, I was like, it calls me to keep going, so I can't. I'm not just gonna stop. But yeah, I can't imagine doing anything else because I enjoy this more than my full-time job, but I don't make the money to do this full time. And even if I did, I'd still do like one person a day because the problem, my thing is that you need at least to give people time to enjoy the people they
That's what
just
she said.
watch. Yeah. Sure,
I'd
sure it
only
is.
do one person a day.
One person a day. Well, at least I can say I've had over 130 different guests on, so that's
That's
something.
an amazing feat. It really seriously is. I think I counted mine out, and because I do Friday open mics or whatever. I usually get people to come around. New guests, no, not really. I think I counted it out to the. I think I only hit 80. So I mean,
Mm,
there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah,
So think about it. I'm only doing Fridays when I do that. I'm like, wow, I've had some 80 different guests show up. There's weeks where I didn't know I was gonna have guests that just hasn't showed up.
yeah, you never
Yeah.
know. And then Dom says, "Well, there are all kinds of witches. Kitchen witch has food. Bedroom witch does."
Oh no.
She'll turn you
Careful
into a
what you're
toad.
doing with that witch.
Oh yeah.
And which
Um,
witch you
So I
witch?
pick it. Which would yeah. Big C of Nana and Best mate's dad. It helps me survive. I love. Oh, look at that. Well, that's so nice, Misaki. I am just
130
impatient.
guests is a very respectable number. That's an awesome number, really. It's amazing to actually say that you've done such a thing.
Well, even then, it's for most people. They're just like, oh, okay. But then again, that comes with them not understanding what Darachat is, because I can say, well, it's just a free flowing conversational show, and they're like, wait, what? And it's like it's the concept is kind of hard until once you experience it, right? Like your show is more of an open forum sort of arena. Um, but for me, it's just a free flowing. And I've had people on who are considered big to some category, like on the YouTube side or whatever. But I don't bring them on because they're big. Maybe I've followed them for a while and they're just like, I'd like to have you on. But they're more of just
Who do you
people.
consider your biggest guest, though? You don't consider them that way.
Well, I had Tom from Midnight's Edge on. Pretty
Okay.
cool dude. I only had him on once. I'm trying to get him on
Okay.
again, but we'll see how that goes. And then, of course, I had Nina Infinity on, and that
Oh,
was
okay.
pretty awesome.
Fuck yeah.
She's
That's
lovely.
a win.
Yeah, but I don't bring him on because again, it's not about cloud. It's about
No.
I'm a person, they're a person, all about
Right.
this different stuff. Because
Right.
again, a big chunk of content creators do topic point shows. I can go anywhere. I am as free as a bird. I can start in the ground, go in the air, land at a balloon. You see me on top of the Empire State Building. I'm now underground in the sewer. I'm all over the place. That's what I can do. But no, yeah, my next milestone is 200, and I think I'm almost at the halfway point to that, but I'm not too sure yet. I have to recount. And then Dom says, "I make money when people watch me make their cars go again." I make him go beep beep. I used to be into witchcraft before I repented in Christ. I was pretty good at it, to be honest. Well, are you talking about the cook? Well, all right. I've heard people call themselves Wiccan, but that's a bit of a different ball. Oh, thank you, Rumble Quacker. The cats and the post-it notes. Yep. Unfortunately, YouTube, you can't get the special emotes that have been made from my end because unfortunately you have to be monetized on YouTube for that. But on the Rumble side,
You
you
get
get to
you got to be monetized on YouTube to
add emotes. Yeah.
add
Yeah.
emotes. Yeah.
I think it's at the 500 people.
Yeah,
thing.
they changed it. They changed it to the 500 and so much whatever. You just didn't get the advertiser dollars, so you don't get a Google AdSense account.
I just at the end of the day, though, if I do, it happens. But that might come with more trouble than it is. But it sucks.
It really is. It really is because it's like the song says, "More money, more problems." It
Or
really
you get
seriously it comes with territory. It comes
Yeah.
with territory. The second you get monetized on something else, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you're monetized, this, that, and the other. They try helping you out. They try doing this, that, and the other, and they're like, oh, you let it go to your head, and it's like, oh, I mean, nah, but all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for, you know.
It's just not, well, it's just for the emojis thing, but also if they wanted to do for like questions from a hat, they'd have that option. But unfortunately, they don't have that option. So that's the sad part.
They have but they also have the where you can like close it or whatever. It's like members only.
Are you talking like
Members
the
like the
streams
whole
or
stream.
video?
You can stream. You can members only the whole stream.
Yeah, no, I think I've seen it.
I've done a couple. I've done a couple of them when I was monetized over on the YouTube side or whatever. It's okay.
Mm.
It's okay. I mean, you could pretty much do it without being monetized, really, if you wanted.
I'll have to look into that. But even then, it's more of just like letting them have the access to the emojis and stuff. Because I mean, again, some of it, the stars ones were made by D-Pad Jed. The moon ones I kind of made with Canva, and then of course the post-it notes were made with Dashboard's help. So, you know, hooray for Dashboard and getting those. So I think those will be quite. I think those will be quite popular. Dashboard. I think those will be quite popular indeed. Because I mean, I already have them on my wall. Why not? I already have them on my wall. Why not? But yeah, it just sucks that I can't let the other side do that. But I mean, again, I stream to both. It's more, my multi-streaming is more of a safety net sort of thing. And hearing the horror stories of what happens when you're on just one platform. I mean, how many times are you gonna see a content creator come from YouTube onto Twitter X and say, "Hey, I got demonetized," or "Hey, all my stuff got banned," or whatever, and just like, and you weren't multi-platform yourself? No, I don't feel sorry for you, because that's the funniest thing to me is now we have, obviously if your tech can't handle it, right? Because people use OBS. My issue is there are so many different tech pieces out there, because I know you're using what's that one? You're using a different you're not using StreamYard, you're using something else. What's it
I'm
called?
currently using Streamlabs Talk Studio.
Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs. So you're using Streamlabs. You've got so many options of broadcasting software that it's ridiculous, even if you just use the free end, right?
You're just using the Rumble free, right?
Yeah, I'm the more premium's a different subject. It just takes away the
No,
watermark.
the studio, like you're not paying for extra studio.
No. The studio, I don't
Basic
pay for
studio.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only the studio as is right now.
Right.
But I mean, there is stuff that I think there's like one thing like the streaming to the 4K sort of thing that comes with the Rumble Premium. But I mean, even then, that's basically it. There's nothing more than the watermark and streaming in 4K arena. I think Locals is going to be integrated into Rumble, so soon it will just be Rumble. So someday soon, Locals and Rumble will be one and the same instead of two separate entities. I mean, they're both owned by Rumble, but in the physically, they won't be two separate things. They'll be the same entity. Yeah, like Dashboard said right there. There you go. I haven't linked my accounts yet. Yeah, I don't. They're gonna do it slowly. I talked to someone I had on Vent. He's a real cool dude from Pittsburgh, and he said that they're going through it slowly because they want to get it done right, which is a good thing. So that'll be a long over time, but unless you're doing electronics prayer, why do you need to stream one? It's just an option. You don't have to, right? I mean, there is an option in Rumble Studio in the settings where you can choose between 720 and 1080 and all that stuff. I don't think they've added it to Rumble Studio yet, but you have that option of streaming at 4K. It's just an option. And it's just another benefit thing to Rumble Premium, because now they did make. Hey, Joe Donuts, how are you, good sir?
Joe Donuts, good to see you.
But they did just make reposts public to everyone. So if you don't even have Rumble Premium, you can now use reposts. So blast those reposts away, guys, if you want to, if you're on Rumble. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I see it's just a benefit and supporting the platform, whether or not you want to do that. But yeah, going back to the stream in 4K, some people are gamers, and gamers want to stream in 4K. I don't know why. I think majority of stuff is still at 1080, which, I mean, I would think that's what majority of computers can handle anyway for streaming. and even phones.
Yeah. I think I turned the full HD off over on the Streamlabs or whatever, and just to kind of take away from what it takes away from the computer, because it really like audio sounds better than what Studio does when it comes to like playing songs or any other audio. It sounds better,
Yeah.
but there's a video delay glitch that comes through. So it's if there's a video to go along with it that's supposed to be like whatever that makes more sense with it,
Mm.
it kind of takes away from it. So it's like everywhere has their issues. Everywhere has their whatever. When it comes down to the Streamlabs, the only reason that I went there is the billing cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Pro packages are like $17 a month.
Yeah.
But it's I do in the basic one or whatever, and it's not. All right, I believe that's what I'm currently paying. It's the $17. Yeah, $17 a month for the pro package. It says in the last 30 days I've streamed over 202 hours. 202 hours in the last 17 days.
Mm.
It comes with like 24 guests, 15 on-screen type situations. It was like I could get so many people in there. I could get so many people. I could have so much fun with it and just do massive amount of whatever.
Yeah.
It could be fun. Could be fun and different, exciting for what it is.
Yeah, man, you end up paying for it anyway. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do. You work with what's best for you.
You go to StreamYard, you're $50. $50 a month to do the same thing.
Pete, some people are still paying for it, so it's what they usually know. But
like, did you know Streamlabs at 17? They're like, what?
Yeah. You
did you know you can save yourself $30 a month?
Mm.
Oh, I didn't. It's a lot of money when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't spend anything at all for what I do.
Don't.
So
and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't for what you're doing or whatever. And really, I mean, I livened that up just to see what the pro package was like, to see if all the things. I might actually take the pro package out of it because I mean, do I need to pay $17 a month to do what I'm doing?
That's up to you.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah. Hey, Horse Stream.
What up, Horse Stream?
It's just a thing of I know why people pay for StreamYard because they get all the stuff that comes with it, and all the things. I know there's a lot of people complain that Rumble Studio is missing stuff, but at the end of the day, Well, I mean, StreamYard has been the big numero uno for quite some time. There's Restream too, but still.
I've used that one too. I don't know. Have you tried that Restream?
I've not
you
needed
just
to.
used this.
I've just been stuck. I've been using this since it came out in beta. So, well, there have been a few times where I didn't, but it's got growing pains. But life is such. I've been having problems with Rumble. They're not telling me when someone comments. I was hoping to get that sort of. It's dependent on the difficulty of. So the question is notifications. Are you talking about email or app? And all that stuff. And yeah, notifications.
Just notifications in itself. Notifications in itself on Rumble don't really come through live. You have to actually hit a refresh button for you to see notifications. Like when you open an instance of Rumble, just open it and you leave it open to watch chat. That notification bell that's sitting up there, the 4 or 5 people could leave comments, and you wouldn't have a clue if you didn't go randomly check.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a clue if you didn't go randomly check. It's kind of a horrible ordeal.
Right now it is, but they'll eventually get there.
I mean, you think about it. You're trying to drive a channel to do something to grow traction to get, I mean, I get it. I do the same thing. I do my show for me. I do it for me. I don't do it for you or anybody else. All the other things are benefits that come along with it.
Right.
It all benefits, all the friendships that you make, all the donos that come along with it. They're all bonus. They're all bonus. They're extras. and it makes you feel good that those are there. Those are there because you're like, oh wow, there's somebody actually feels that I'm enough that they would be willing to contribute to what it is that I'm doing.
Mhm. No, yeah, and
Amazing.
that's understandable, and yeah, that was something that was brought up at the first Rumble Squared, which was the notification part. But like dashboards trying to say either no more email at all, and then need to add push notifications. I mean, it's just gonna be dependent on how they want to go about it, but notifications does definitely need some overhaul, because usually you could find any notifications, it'll take you to the comment, but it will only take you to the comment page, it won't take you to exactly where the comment's at, so that's an issue in itself. But they were working real hard to get the emojis on app, to get the gifted subs out, and to get the reposts done. And I think the one last thing that Chris named that's still not done is the dashboard, the new dashboard, which should hopefully come out this month. I wouldn't say perfect, because I've had a lot of people who I DM to and they don't get a notification for it, or they're not that great. So
See, no, I did the repost button. I did the repost button for you because I could. I went ahead and I hit it and left a comment saying that I was going to be here. So that should have gone out to everybody that that follows me. But now,
yeah,
if notifications don't go out correctly the way they don't, did anybody really seriously get the notification that it was there? Or was it that when they all of a sudden they refreshed their screen, they went to the front page, they're like, oh, it actually shows these people hit that repost button. I'm going to go check that out. Why are they hitting it? Why is there so many people hitting it? Well, you didn't get the notification until you went and looked. So
right,
it's
yeah,
not, they got to clean some stuff up.
yeah. I get the locals.
Exactly. Faulkner's, I got the locals notification. I went ahead and I posted that we were going to be here on my locals to let everybody that follows me on locals know, hey, because why? It goes out immediately. I'd marked it so that you couldn't actually donate to me.
Oh,
Because I'm
nope.
like, nah. But I wanted people to know. I wanted everybody to know, hey, by the way, we're live. How do you get people to come in?
Okay.
You got to
See you later.
donate to it, or you got to, you throw it out there. I put it there. I put it over on the Discord to let people know, hey, we're live.
I usually just use Twitter X, but even that's seems like future use of that's gonna be difficult in its own right.
Right.
But yeah,
Because of his censorship, all the stuff that he's doing with people's check marks and whatever. I went and I paid for a check mark for the month because I'm like, I'm gonna try streaming to it, see what kind of an audience will watch me this month. Not really an audience. No, I ended it. I ended it already. So by the time whatever the period comes, I won't stream to it anymore.
yeah,
It's not necessary for me to.
right. Again, you tried it out and you found out it doesn't work for you. That's reasonable.
I mean, maybe it would if I actually just kind of like laid into just doing X.
Well, maybe, but I mean, you're, why are you streaming to Axe? Are you just streaming it because you want more people?
Because somebody said that I should, that people would be interested in what we do.
Right. But you're the one who has to do the testing. You're the one who has
Like,
to pay for the mark and all that stuff. So they're
right.
not.
Well,
they're-
because Elon did all that though. I don't want the X. I don't want the check mark. You can take my check mark. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I'll remove the check mark myself.
Yeah,
I don't like what he did. I don't like what he did. And I don't think there's a lot of people that like what he did.
Well,
You know.
yeah, and there's probably a bit of misinformation out there, but at the end of the day, though, that wasn't how it was said. Was not how to go about being said. Because I think that started off with the whole Vivek thing, and then it moved over to Elon, and then just kind of went downhill from there, to be honest. Tell me when creators post new content by email. I also get someone follows me on the bell. Well, again, that may be part of the upcoming integration from locals, where once that integration happens, you may get that. I don't know.
You might actually get that instant notification like the locals does. which is
Yeah.
the reason I posted it on the locals that we're live, because I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay, I'm gonna let all the people that actually follow me know, hey,
Yeah.
we're here. Come check out the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and they will. They'll come into the Rumble chat as opposed to because it's nobody uses the locals. They only use it for the notification.
Yeah, and well, there's all the few things too, like the community tab and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a slow process over because they want to take their time with it, get it done right. 'Cause, I mean, they already get complaints about everything else, so
Hopefully,
yeah.
right? Hopefully
But
they take their time with it, do it right. You're gonna have problems no matter what when you first
Yeah.
implement things. We get that because all of a sudden it's really like, oh, that this needs to be changed, or that little things.
yeah, and that's understandable. Again, that's why I do my
So I say,
Rumble Squared, because I'm gathering that ground floor information, and then once I've collected it all, like the raw version, the raw stuff of it. Um, then I'll make two compiling lists where one is for techs, what they understand and how they go about it, and then one will just be for people who don't understand the tech part really well, because again, a lot of people don't really understand the behind the scenes of what it takes to run a video hosting site and the costs and all the people you have to hire. And like, they did get a big bump from Tether, but we'll see how that plays out, because they do have to make a sustainable platform. Right?
right.
That's the other equation. They have to make a sustainable platform. Hey, Geekstorian, how
What
you
up,
good
geek?
there? They have to make a sustainable platform, and I think that's what people need to realize is, even though they got the money, they still have to make a sustainable platform that will take over after that money is used, or whatever, after a slow period of time. Because I don't think they're gonna, use it all at once, but it's not gonna be there forever. So people need to understand that there's gonna be a try, and I think that's why they've sort of pushed for the Rumble Premium, because that's a sustainability to a degree, depending on. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I still see the bright future that Rumble has, but I'm not going to be blind to the bad parts that need to be admonished. But I'm not going to be ignorant of the fact that they may already know that, and they just don't have the manpower for it, or servers or whatever. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into it, and even I'm learning like the surface stuff. And when you begin to understand it a little better, you kind of understand there has to be some leeway, but better communication would be helpful. But not everyone's going to care how to be explained of how server thing works, how video hosting works, and all this stuff. They just say YouTube does it, so why don't you have it now? That's not how it works, kids. That's not how it works. So don't believe me, that's fine, but you have the internet at your fingertips. If you're not willing to at least learn like 1/10 of what it takes to run a video hosting site, even on base level, and then I can't help you. Your anger may be understandable, your frustration may be understandable, but there's a whole lot going behind the scenes you don't understand. Not even I do mostly. And but at least I want to take the time to at least try to learn, because that's the important part about what this internet thing is, right? You have the possibly biggest academia at your fingertips, and the majority of people use it for either making content or watching YouTube videos, or cat videos. Sorry, cat. They just want to watch cat videos all day long. Meow.
Cat videos.
Cat videos, dog videos.
And really, when you talk about cat videos or whatever, you talk about YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
You ever just go flip through some of the shorts that are out there? You ever do any of that? You ever flip through YouTube Shorts? No.
No. I know a lot of people probably do that for the TikTok stuff, though. I probably do.
It's exactly what it is. It's TikTok.
Yeah.
It's TikTok at in a different location. It's like because there's this thing that's happening potentially where they're trying to ban TikTok, which is a bad deal. Trump's trying to do what he can to actually get that stopped. Right? He's trying to convince him to not do such a thing. SCOTUS, right? So if he can get it to happen, sure, that'd be great. Otherwise, you're gonna ban what and why? Why would you ban TikTok? It's just gonna force them to stay on YouTube. It's the same thing. It's the same people.
Well, no matter which direction they take, they're going to get criticized for however which way they go about it, either ban it or not ban it, because even then, you still have to deal with what TikTok can do on a psychological level, which is, already down that way anyway. But
30 seconds of synchronized dancing over and over again
mm,
can be stimulating to the brain enough where you won't walk away for a few hours unless and be like,
mm,
whoa, what the fuck was that?
yeah, no,
Why
and
was
that's
that a few hours?
yeah, your time just doesn't. Well, same with YouTube, right? You could watch video days all along because the algorithm just keeps reeling, not just shorts, but just the algorithm keeps reeling to you. And yeah, I understand that. There are a lot of people who would agree with you on getting rid of it, but at the end of the day, either way, it's going to be criticized of either getting rid of it or not getting rid of it, and there is no in between, unfortunately.
Right. I mean, I
Well,
wouldn't suggest anybody using it. I really wouldn't, but I don't suggest banning it either.
yeah,
But,
um,
I mean, it's just like anything else. Just like anything else, when you break it down, do you want your rights taken away from you in any way? You want whatever it is that you like to do be taken away from you, told you can't do this any
mm,
longer. How would you feel? How would you feel? You'd be like, oh, well, it's not fair. It's not fair because then all of a sudden it opens it up because now they're bored. They're bored. They no longer have things to do that they're already doing. What are they going to do? They're going to come after you for taking their thing away.
mm.
Because that's they have nothing else to do.
Well, the problem of it is that saying it's not fair is a misnomer because nothing ever is.
Stop. Leave other people's things alone.
Mm.
Don't play with
Um,
other people's things.
Government devices not for the general public. There's that too. TikTok. No, people are the reason for destruction of focus levels because parents don't parent well enough, or at least teach your kids enough about it, and because it all starts at home, one way or another, right? Technology is not the
Sure.
raiser of your children, but people raise their kids on watching TV or watching videos. I mean, at a certain point, parents let the technology start raising their kids, and with adding with AI, I mean, throw that into the ringer. Cannot focus for long. Well, then don't give your kids technology of any kind. Simple. At least with
I
it would be.
mean, I'm down with not giving kids phones and stuff when at that young of an age, but
It's
as I say that, I know that my 5-year-old has
mhm,
devices or whatever, but he's limited.
yeah,
He's very limited in what he gets to actually do.
mhm,
He gets kids accounts on everything.
mhm,
Kids accounts on everything, so there's no whatever. And he's very well monitored by his mother.
mhm.
His mother's she's more religious than I.
Right.
So when it comes down to it, yeah, she's not gonna allow that. She's not gonna allow him to just do whatever. I mean,
Mhm,
she does allow some of it, but some of it gets questionable in what he's watching. You're like, what was that? And you're like,
mhm.
oh, it was a kid's thing. Sure, it was.
Yeah, I'll certainly leave that out there too. And then just like I wish all for yeah, but that's gonna be driven back to the TikTok thing, and you ban one thing, you start a domino effect of banning a whole lots of things. So
Right. Stop banning other people's things.
this I can't agree with.
It's like playing with other people's things. You don't play with other people's things. You don't touch other people's things. You don't tell people that they can't have their things because then it tells them that they can actually do the same thing to you and take away your things.
Mhm. And yeah, no,
This is a bad snowball.
oh, it always is. But I mean that's social media on a whole score dashboard. So whole social media at a whole score does that, even if it's not the whole China thing. Social media does that already as is. Um, and then of course it's about not a bad thing. Saying
I mean, where's the study out of? Who did the study?
mm,
And is it part of the 88 or whatever 92% of scientists who agree with each other because they say they're scientists?
mm,
Because when you go that route, then you kind of run into an issue. You run into an issue of politics over Truth.
And that's a whole ball field in itself.
Mm.
I don't see any of these. I have ad blockers, so there's that. But anyway, it is the top of the hour of it is power
Hour
hour
number
again.
2.
It is power hour again, and of course we're gonna end it for tonight because I do have to get up in the morning. So I do, and I also have to make tomorrow's stream. So I'll end it there. But I
Who's
know
with you tomorrow?
Enduendo is the name of
Innuendo.
the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's gonna
There
be
you
on.
go.
He's gonna be
Mhm.
on for the pay it forward part of it, so that'll be fun.
Nice.
But yeah, he'll be on for tomorrow, and it should be a great time. But yes, we're gonna end it for tonight, but we're gonna still do our stuff before we leave out, because I do have to get up in the morning, and I do have to set up tomorrow's stream as well. So I do have to set that time aside. But anyway, just like before for Power Hour, we're gonna promote ourselves. And then after that, we'll kind of go into who's coming again for what tomorrow is, and then we'll go from there. So, can I get a green for my rant? Well, you already do have a green. You just have to give a rant. Yeah, I love questions. We'll get there. All right. Okay, I'm just saying, not forget. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it against it. I'm just saying I haven't seen the ads because I have a Brave, and so I don't allow those things come up. Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw that. But anyway, KoolFrogg, why don't you
Yes,
tell
sir.
the people where they can find you at?
Only on Rumble. Only on Rumble. I mean, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on almost anywhere. You can find me over on OnlyFans. I don't put any content there. Why could you find me there? Because why would I go ahead and not use my name on almost every other platform that's out there?
Mm-hmm.
It's mine. You don't get to use it. I find it hilarious how different people use different names on different platforms because of this, that, or the other reason. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, I wanted to try doing something.
Oh,
There's nothing you can do about it. I
Okay.
can't. I'm not associated with any other frog in any other ways.
Yeah.
I'm just me. You can come
Woo!
check me out here on Rumble. Anywhere else, I mean, you're not going to see me. I usually go live every day or 2 a.m. I say every day because that's pretty much where it comes down to.
Yeah. Thank you, Big Black. I
I'll
appreciate
go
that.
for 3 to
Ego.
33 hours
There you go.
or something. 41. I think we went 41 the other week. It kind of cut it. Says there's only 24 there or something or whatever, but or it says 18. When you click on it, it says there's 24. It's some weird whatever. Something happened with Rumble's algo that kind of kicked it weird, like it does. Everybody kind of understands Rumble's algo once you go length of time.
Yeah.
You get hours yeeted. I've had 24-hour stream where us in like 10 hours get yeeted. It's like, that's great. So I mean, it happens. Rumble. If you're over on the YouTube side, fuck YouTube.
Well, they're over there specifically because of the stuff that Rumble doesn't have. That's why they're over there. But anyway, but yes,
wait, what does YouTube have that Rumble doesn't?
better analytics, streaming for high end stream, better algorithm. You can do playlists better. I mean, the list is long. Like the list, I've gotten a list from a whole bunch of different other people, and it's just long. At the end of the day,
It's massive. There's first and best dressed type situations. YouTube is always going to kind of pull. Interesting as that is, I watched your numbers all day, whatever. 20 some odd people that sit in there, and you actually got most of them smashed that thumb already. You look at the YouTube side, is it 2? Huh?
Yeah, that's
Is that
YouTube.
normal?
It depends on the person I have on, really. Sometimes
okay.
the person to bring on, it just very dependent. But YouTube
It's dependent on them. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing of it is though is that YouTube is, for at least for my end, it's a little hard to grow on because I'm not promoting it first as right. I don't say YouTube first.
Sure.
I say Rumble first. That sort of thing. Is it as I'm watching it? Maybe you could be watched by Big Brother. Chat works better. Well, you can have that too. Yeah, you could do a lot of certain things you can't do because you can make a mod from chat and all that stuff, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, Rumble's gonna be playing the catch-up game for quite a long time. So that's not gonna
Sure,
change anytime soon.
sure, definitely.
But anyway, for my end of things, right? Whether you're on the YouTube side or Rumble side, whether you're on the YouTube side, it doesn't matter which one. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a comment,
Smash.
sharing, leaving a follow, or you can repost if you're on Rumble, and anything that helps with that not only helps in being seen more by other people, obviously, but also helps in having other people on as guests. You know, like KoolFrogg and UB and Tom B and DJ Smooth and so many other people. Over 130 different guests. So if you want to be a part of that yourself, I'll get to it. But any help with engagement on either end is much appreciated. And of course, if you want to, like I said earlier, be part of this, you can either leave a comment on either Rumble or YouTube, or you can look down at my link below on either end and find me at my spaces and say, hey, I'd like to do it. I've had one person do that and find me through my link. So if you want to be a part of that, of this, you're more than welcome to. But again, January, the days are only a few left, and it's filling up big. So I may hit my 200 different guests probably before June. I don't know. I'm not counting. But anyway, any help with engagement, link down below. Much appreciated to you all. And of course, like I said, oh, look at all of them. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Whether it doesn't matter which side you're on, it's Rumble YouTube. I appreciate you all. That's right. Hair 5.
Air 5. Nice.
Air 5. That's
Air
from
5.
Yeah, Air 5. Like Scrubs. Scrubs had that. Air 5. Just about. There you go. Look at that.
You.
But Bun Boss tried dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I stayed on YouTube because the chat worked better. Understandable. Again, I understand it.
There's a lot. There's a lot that goes on when it happens. Yeah. That's why I questioned it and framed it the way I did. Is because when it comes down to it, yeah, YouTube had a lot going for it, but
yeah,
their censorship angle is horrible.
Yeah, that's definitely probably one of the biggest things, and that and their copyright system too. That's also another issue. 207. Yeah, you'll probably be missed out because you didn't take it early enough. You've probably missed out because you didn't take it early. But anyway, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, is the Pay It Forward stream number 40. Luckily, my computer is working now, as you can see, because last week my computer wasn't working, which was a sad time. All I had to do was replace my motherboard, and it worked. But I did get
rough.
Well, yeah, no, it was rough, but I was able to get it Monday, and it worked after that, so it's great. But I also got my new graphics card in today. So once I get all my show stuff done, it was like $200, so it's on the cheap end. It's not like those high end ones, but I'll be replacing the one I have in my thing with that one. And then, because I didn't want to do it before the show, otherwise I could have run a complication. So, but I'll do that after all.
Y'all heard him. Help him replace his thing.
Oh, they all do. I mean, they some of the money is put aside for taxes because the government they'll take about half that stuff. So no. You don't get to claim that. You got to be there. You got to be ready to go on day one when that comes up. Because I ain't counting.
He has me down for guest 700.
Yeah,
wow. He's got himself. I mean, if you figured it 160 to 170, you figured maybe 2-3 by the couple years.
I'll have on bigger fish to fry with that one, and he'll be like, "Why didn't you ask me?" It's like, "Well, you weren't paying attention."
You said you wanted to be 2 years, 3 years out.
KoolFrogg looks like people I know. Well, he could look like Santa if you wanted to. There you go. Oh, it's biker community. Okay, there you go. I live in them. All right, nice. English bikers. That's a strange one. But yes, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, I Pay It Forward stream number 40 with Enduendo. It'll be his first time on, and then after that, we'll chat a bit because usually when I bring someone on for a Enjoy the Pay It Forward stream, it's just to know what it is, kind of get used to it, and just kind of see all the different people that are live streaming at the time. Because right now, live streaming is the thing. I know people complain about the videos not getting algorithmed, but at the end of the day, building an algorithm to do all 3 sections, live stream, edited videos and short form content is going to take quite some time because it's a lot of data, a lot of data points, and a lot of resources they have to use to get there. So understandable why people just edited videos, but at the end of the day, understand that they are growing over time. And with that big surplus thing they got from Tether, maybe they can be able to do more. But at the end of the day, they still have to remain a sustainable company. And so they're going to take things slow and methodical. That's how they're going to do it. But that's just the best guess at this point. You're going to forget me? Big Block, you better put it on your calendar. All right. Mark the day if you're wanting to come on, but don't make me the one to set it up for you. All right. Our boss is called Bad Santa. Oh Lord. Oh, this is gonna be one. But also, and because of our generous people, it is now time for dun 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 questions from a hat. And of course, lovely lads and lasses. Lovely, I bought a Rumble hat and I put questions in it. Lovely lads and lasses.
You bought a Rumble hat?
Yes, specifically for this because I have this hat, so I don't really need to wear another hat. But anyway, I bought the hat. So what questions from a hat is there are a bunch of different questions that anyone can answer. But my guest, like KoolFrogg, gets 2 freebies. Now, obviously, I would be saying, well, if you want more come out of the hat, you have to give a rant. But we've had 3 people do that. So that is 5 questions total. Of course, the door is still open. If you want to give another rant, then give a rant. I can't, again, YouTube, I'm not monetized, so I can't help you. But here we are. I might need to make it. Well, you do. Just let me know what it looks like. All right. First question. Let's get to the first question. First question that starts the ball rolling. All right. Let's see. Here's the first one. Ooh, you almost jumped out at me. All right. Here's the first one. Now I want a Rumble hat. Well, it's there. It's on their store. It's on their store. He said, Ducati Mulstrada. I don't know anything about motorbikes, so I can't help you with that. Can't help you. All right, let's get to this first question. We got 4 more to go after this. What's your favorite type of music?
Oh shit. That's more of a I listen to a lot of different forms of music. Very eclectic when it comes down to it. So it's dependent on how I feel.
Right.
Depends on how I feel when I wake up. Anywhere between Tupac or Tom Petty. It's usually where I go.
Hey, Tom Petty's not bad, all right? And he was in a movie and a TV show, so yeah.
Same with Tupac. I mean, he came from like digital underground stuff, and he, moved himself up through ranks of music and movies and whatever else. So I mean, it comes down to it. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, question number 2. Let's see what it says. If I can get it open, because the Post-it note stickiness. All right, here we go.
I have a question on why the Post-it note is sticky.
Because it's a Post-it note. What do you think? What sound / noise do you love?
I plead the 5th.
Well, I'll let you do that. I'll plead the 5th. Well, I think you can figure out what that means.
Because when you use your imagination a little bit, most men are kind of about the same. ASMR-ish. You got to think about certain things.
Yeah. Like clapping.
Yeah, that's what it is. The like clapping. Mm-hmm.
No, I like this one the most. Clapping.
Good stuff. I love chat.
Whoo, boy, someone's clapping those cheeks hard tonight. Goodness sake. Oh, goodness. All right, here's question number 3. Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. What is KoolFrogg like? He likes to clap cheeks. What's your favorite color?
Orange. See,
Really?
this orange that you see where it says "smash it,"
Yeah.
like you should, the thumb. It's the color, the orange that I've used since I've like first inception of this
Orange.
particular channel per se over on the YouTube side. It
Right.
kind of went through a little bit of an alteration. It actually got lightened up at one point in time, slightly, but it's more of a brownish orange, and it's mine. It's mine. And
We call
you
it.
look at the name KoolFrogg, you're like, are you associated with anything else? Nope. I actually had this name KoolFrogg. Been using it as a gaming name for probably a better part of 20 years.
Jeez.
Not associated with anything else when it comes down to it. Because there's a tobacco company or something out there,
Oh.
right? That has this same name spelled the same way.
Oh.
Type
Wow.
of situation. I'm like, no. One day you're gonna have some issues, guys.
Don't come after my KoolFrogg orange.
Just saying, it's mine.
Yeah. The
But
same
yeah,
way with
orange.
same way with my name. I made that up and it's mine. All right, next question. What's a random act of kindness from a stranger that you still remember?
Hmm.
My name is 23 years old. Good mistake.
Pumpkin, pumpkin chunkin, or I'm not sure about pumpkin orange. It's a little different than that, but uh,
Come by.
people aren't that nice.
Sure.
People
Some
really
people-
aren't that nice. They really aren't. Random acts.
Yeah.
The nicest person that I can think of that does random acts of any sort would probably be Faulkner. See this clock that sits right here?
Yeah.
She made that for me,
Aw.
right? It's awesome.
She's
So probably her. But
See,
anybody.
that's something. See, there was something.
Well, there you go.
All right, let me try to see if I can't come corn bottoms. Oh, look, she even gave you a heart. Look at that. Oh, oh goodness. All right, last question, unless someone gives another rant. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, that one's. All right, here you go. All right, let's see what it says. If I can get it post-it note wise. Hate what happens. Alrighty. It says, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be with and why?
In today's day and age, and even back then, and I said something earlier too. I'm like, as much as it is, a lot of people kind of have this, that, or the other feeling about. I'd be like, let's do the president of the United States that's been president for the last 3 years or three terms, Donald Trump. Let's just go straight there, because even if he did it back in the 80s, you asked me the question. As I was a kid and I was watching this guy sit on Oprah Winfrey say that if it got bad enough one day that he would actually run for president, probably would have still said him back then. People raffed about the guy. They sang about the guy. They wanted to be like the guy because everybody knew he was Donald Trump. So I'm not. I wouldn't short myself. I'd just go right straight to Donald Trump. Let's do it.
There you go.
No McDonald's though.
It didn't say dead or alive, so there'd be mine would be Jesus. Wow, I didn't know you'd want to eat with Jesus. That's pretty interesting.
Nero's like Jesus in the clique down at the club.
I want to eat with Jesus. He left a minute ago. Don't you know? Goodness sake.
You come in for a salvesa.
Hey.
Okay.
So what are they? So pillas or something like that? I can't remember what the tacos are. Cornhole.
For my cornholio.
The great cornholio. I would break bread with Lincoln Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
there we go. I'm back. There we go. Yeah, you had to refresh it.
Why did it do? I hate that shit. That's why I left Rumble Studio.
Now let them know they know about it. It's a 2 hour 18-minute mark. But no, I saw someone say about Lincoln and break bread. Lincoln, and see if he was still a fan of the theater. God dang it, Big Block. That's just awful. And then Neuro,
Just grab some tacos with Jesus. Yeah,
they
I mean,
tacos with it. That sounds like a good food truck. Tacos with Jesus. My name is Jesus. I make the tacos. Come eat with me.
tacos with Jesus. Oh no.
Oh no, the FDA has come for me again. Oh no. I don't wash my hands as much as they want me to. Orale.
That's so bad.
We're gonna get tossed out with the chickens. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. But anyway, guys, that is the end of it. Before we get into there we go. And of course, Rhoda says Trump is a legend. That's right. Legends either made or
Trump
born.
is a legend, and nobody can refute it. I am the best. I know. I mean, he really is.
I just feel like if you said that with like the little cotton balls in your mouth. He comes to the family. He comes to the family. And this day, my daughter's beautiful wedding. It sounds like he could too. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the show. Of course, he's not, but genuinely cares. There you go, right there. We'll end with that tonight.
Because he genuinely cares. Yep, exactly. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I've watched them for the last several years. All these little things, speeches, and all that. And yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what they say. Thanks, Jan. No, you're welcome. And again, I thank you all for being here. Again, don't forget to look on the description below for all our links. Don't forget to help with the engagement factor, like likes and follows and all that stuff, because every little bit helps. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what date I finally land on 200. Though Big Boss gonna be like, "Wait, is it 700 yet?" It's like, come on, man. Just come on already. But anyway, guys, see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And KoolFrogg, as always, you're always welcome to come back, sir. And you'll probably
the like button.
And you'll probably see him on later tonight. So that's just how well he
probably
is.
2 a.m.
Probably 2 a.m. See, he's even giving you the time.
Maybe midnight.
maybe. Oh,
it's like 5 hours from now. If I do it early enough, you might catch Faulkner Media.
There you go.
Tendency to come join me if I do it early enough.
And and she's a lovely person.
See, she says try midnight.
There you go, try midnight. And Meatloaf is dead. I didn't even know that. Meatloaf is never dead. I had one yesterday. But anyway. Anyway, guys, I end the show. Of course, I end the show with One Day With You by Pogo. Have a great night. See you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 40th Pay It Forward stream with Enduendo. And have a
be offended.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Later.